Hey guys, so today I wanted to do something a bit different. I'm gonna be talking about the show DC Titans. Um, yeah, so usually I make K-pop videos. When I first started making stuff, I made stuff about TV shows on my Patreon, which I think I have linked in my YouTube. But I made a podcast about the show Fate the Wink Saga, and I kind of meant to follow up on it, but I never got around to it. So, yeah, I've just been watching a lot of stuff lately, and I've been meaning to make a video about DC Titans. Um, yeah, and I woke up this morning at like 4 a.m. and I put the newest episode on 51%. And I was so excited to watch the episode because I was like, oh my God, we're finally gonna get them together. This is like episode 7 or 6 or something. I'm like, the Titans are finally gonna be together. Don't get me wrong, I've been loving the storyline with Jason Todd, and the Red Hood. I love that. I'll get into everything a bit more later. So, yeah, I like the Red Hood. I like Barbara Gordon being on the show to some extent. Like I'm saying, I'm just gonna say that I like all these characters to some extent. And for some reason, it seems like Titans, especially this season, has like some kind of difficulty focusing on the characters and also the Teen Titans. And even when they do focus on the characters, like it seems like they're kind of missing the mark on some of them. More specifically, the main characters that are supposed to be the main characters. Anyways, so I woke up this morning. I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna get content from the team. I'm gonna get content from Dickory, like Starfire and Dick Grayson, because they're in a relationship, but apparently the show doesn't know that. You wouldn't even know by the little bit of interactions that they do have because they're always like kind of just bickering. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be like a married couple vibe, but I'm just like, okay, I get that. That's cute, but like, can they have fun too? I mean, they would be able to if they had more than 2 minutes of screen time together. So, anyways, I'm gonna get into everything later. So, that is basically what kind of made me mad because after I watched the episode, I just felt whelmed. If you've watched Young Justice, you know what I'm talking about, like the first season. Robin says, I feel kind of whelmed, and that's how I feel about this season so far on one hand, but on the other hand, I'm like so happy to see so many things and my favorite characters. And I think the actors do such a great job portraying the characters. But then, like, on the other hand, I just feel like there are some things that are done, and I'm just like, why? I don't need everything to be straight out of the comics, completely accurate. That's just, I don't think that's going to be possible. And it's kind of fun when you get to see somebody else's take on a character as long as they still understand the character. But yeah. Anyways, so I woke up this morning, I watched the episode, I was whelmed, and I'm going to start off with the bad things first and then get into the good things about like why I love Titans at the end of the day. And I'm still watching it even if it's on season 3 right now. So the bad things lately with Titans, and really it's just like overall with the series. Um, I guess the first thing I have to say is the portrayal of Dick Grayson. And I guess for the first 2 seasons, I was like, okay, I don't really know where they're going with him, but he seems cool. He doesn't really seem like he has a personality, though. I'm gonna be honest. Like, overall, I don't know who Dick Grayson is, especially outside of Batman. That's a huge issue because he does have like he is his own person. He is his own character, and he becomes Nightwing to separate himself, to intentionally separate himself. Sorry, let me calm down. From Batman and, Batman's image and find his own way. And then the show's like, okay, cool, he's Nightwing. Like, let's make it this whole thing for what was it? He got his costume last season or whatever. Which, okay, first of all, the costumes on this show are just like chef's kiss. I love the costume. Wait, I was gonna say what I love later. So let me stop. I got so distracted because I love Nightwing's costume. It is insane. It reminds me of the Injustice video game. It's perfect. I don't know what else to say. Anyways, he's becomes Nightwing to not be under, just be around Batman anymore. And I was just kind of like whatever. And when the show first got introduced and they had his character being like F Batman, I was like, okay, whatever, cool. Like we get it. Whatever. And I just don't know. I guess the show like it does a better job with that this season because I feel like in the first two seasons they're kind of just like, oh, Batman's messed up, blah blah, whatever. That's it. But it's just like, okay, yeah, I get it. He's flawed, but like, so are these other characters on here. And I feel like, especially, I mean, Dick hasn't been doing anything like that Batman did, but I do think that he did think that he was helping these kids. And I know that doesn't change anything or change the fact that he still traumatized them. But yeah, I mean, I guess he eventually saw that what he did was wrong, but apparently not because he's gonna get Tim Drake to be Robin. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. So Dick Grayson's character, when we're first introduced to him, like, okay, there's potential. We'll get to know who he is around season 3 now, and I just don't really know who he is as a character. He's just kind of like really moody, and it seems like for no reason. Like he's kind of like Raven in the cartoons. He's just so no, and he's not even like Raven in the cartoons because she's like really like all peaceful. Like he's just always upset or mad or about something, and you wouldn't even know that him and Corey are supposed to like each other because the way he talks to her sometimes, I'm just like, okay. Like I said, they're always bickering or he's always saying something smart, and I'm just like, all right, they're gonna be saying something kind to each other in like 2 minutes or whatever. But no, you never get that. It just ends there. And yeah, so I hope that they can, I don't know, give him more of a character, give him some more character. And the whole thing, and I think a lot of it also has to do with them just trying to push the Batman thing. And here's the thing, I don't hate them having the Bat family in this show. It's a part of his identity, you know, it's a huge part of the DC comic universe in general. And, you know, a lot of them, some of them, like, and they interact with the Teen Titans. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes whatever. I don't care. But we're on episode 7, and the stories have been primarily about the Bat family. And I'm just like, but the crazy part is the least developed character out of the all the storylines of the Bat family, which would be all outside of Tim Drake, which he hasn't gotten as much screen time. So let's like count it on screen time. Out of Jason Todd, Barbara, and Dick, Dick is the least developed. Like, what has his character done this season besides like basically regress? He's doing dumb things this season. First of all, and you know what? God bless Brenton Thwaites who plays him because he does such a great job and he's just perfect as Nightwing. But these whatever is going on with like the writing for him, I don't understand. Okay, and then he's always going places by himself, and I'm just like, why? Why? Why do we have this thing where in the beginning he's like, oh, F Batman, I'm not gonna be Batman, but like you guys pretty much make him Batman, literally make him Batman, where you have Batman leave and he has to take on being Batman, which I'm like kind of, but not really, which could have potentially been something cool to do later on in the series, like once he really starts to step into himself as Nightwing. And also, I do love the one storyline. It is God, I can't remember. Oh, Batman versus Robin. And if they were to ever introduce Damian Wayne, which I don't know, but like if they were ever to do that, then like that would have been kind of cool to have Bruce Wayne disappear at that time and then have him step in as Batman. But I mean, like I said, everything doesn't have to be comic book accurate, but I just felt like, Why make him step in as Batman? They could have still had Batman there and like, or not there. Like I don't know. There's some, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I do love the Red Hood. I love Curran Walters as the Red Hood. He's doing a pretty good job. And yeah, I like their interactions like between each other, so that's pretty good. But Dick kind of has like no remorse. He's just like whatever at this point. And I'm like, okay, why are you so mean? Like, I am not remembering. Oh, maybe he is kind of like a bit of a meanie in the comics and stuff, but like, geez, I don't know. Um, So yeah, I don't like that he has to follow Batman's whole thing. I don't like that they just have him going anywhere with any character that is a female that walks, basically, and breathes. Like, it's annoying. Dick and Corey are supposed to be together. And okay, whatever. It's for the long run. We're gonna make it for the last season or whatever. You can at least give us like their relationship developing, them talking, interacting, that would be nice. Outside of bickering. Yeah. They could even still like hook up a couple of times and still like not make it official, but for whatever reason, they just it's so frustrating in this episode. Literally, as soon as they were together in a scene, what's the first thing that one of them says? Like Corey, she like has to go. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to visit the mob, so Dick isn't gonna come." So she's going to this place that he cannot conveniently be basically at all, and I'm just like, why? I just need them in every scene. In the last episode where it was mostly Jason Todd's story, which I actually really liked it, um, I was still like, I need Nightwing and Starfire. Like, I just need them. They're the reason that I watch this show mostly. Really, it's true. So hopefully everything with his character can get better because I love Nightwing. Like, yeah, every comic book girl loves Nightwing. We just want him not to be as much as a butthole, of a butthole, and be nicer to Corey. Um, all right, so that's pretty much his character. I guess the next thing I love about the show is Starfire, and I really just love all the characters and everyone that plays them. My favorite character on the team, as far as I feel like backstory and development, I really feel like Superboy got the best backstory explanation on the show. Yes, I guess like Raven could be somewhat close. What they did with Trigon and like the end of season 1 or whatever, or the end of season 2, where they're like in that house and then they had Robin be possessed. I guess if you want to call that a backstory, like, anyways, her going to Themyscira is really cool. I just wish she was on the show, but uh, yeah, Connor has the best backstory, I think, and he's just super cool. And I love what they do with his character in the show. I guess they're trying to set up him and Commander, so I'm like, okay, that's random. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but I'm not mad at it at all. But can we make sure that Starfire and Nightwing are good first? Anyways, so he's great. Starfire's character is interesting. I love Anna Diop, and I love the outfits that she wears and everything. But as far as the backstory with her and like coming from Tamarin, it has been kind of messy and confusing. Like, I don't know, I just feel like they're saying random things sometimes and they just make up things. And I'm like, why? Why when you already have all this material? I don't really know where they're going with her sister at this point because she's a part of the team, I guess. she's good now, or maybe she's not. I before the season came out, I heard how they're gonna have like multiple villains, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be like, negative about it. This could be really good if they do it very well. And I was like, okay, if they give enough episodes. So I heard it's supposed to be like 13 episodes, and honestly, that could have been enough episodes to do three villains. I think, because I was hearing. Child, wait till I get into what I don't like about this. Anyways, we have Scarecrow, we have Blackfire, Lady Vic came up in here somehow. Okay. Um, Red Hood, and I is that supposed to be it? Maybe when they go get Raven, there's gonna be some kind of threat. Who knows? I don't know. That's four villains so far, and yeah, I don't know anymore what this show's doing. Um, but yeah, her backstory's okay, and the way they explained Tamarin in like one episode, the episode before this, I think, and Blackfire was just saying, "Oh yeah, it's like dry like a desert." I was like, "Okay, all right." Um, so yeah, whatever. I love what they do with Starfire for the most part, but I just wish that they would develop her story more, especially since, it seems like they're trying to get at that she's an important character somewhat, or has some kind of an important plot this season. So it's like you should give what you were supposed to give. Um, as far as Beast Boy, he's just kind of there for the most part. Most of the team is just there. Like, they literally are not doing anything. They're showing us Connor picking up a pan with his hand and them just chilling in the house, which is kind of cool and funny. But like, this is not Teen Titans Go. This is Titans, DC Titans, all right? Um Beast Boy's kind of just chilling. They could show him practicing. They could show him doing things that Beast Boy does, cuz I forgot what he's into, but there's different versions of what he's into depending on what comic you read. But no, he's just kind of like chilling. He's kind of like just like the support for every character when something's going wrong. He just tags along to their storyline. Now he's tagging along to Jason's storyline, trying to figure out what's wrong with Jason all of a sudden. I don't really understand if they're supposed to care about Jason or not. And it's really weird. And I feel like they should care about Jason because he was a part of the Titans. But whatever. Y'all saw what they did with what's Jericho in the first season or second season. It was crazy. I was like, you guys are nasty. Anyways, so yeah. Starfire's great. Connor's great. Beast Boy is, I wish they would do more with him. Um I guess since Rachel's isn't there, I don't know if they were trying to do a love interest thing with them, that they're just kind of like putting him on the back burner until her season comes. Maybe he'll be supporting her next, but hopefully we get more with him and him being able to transform into more animals. I need the budget to increase or whatever is going on because y'all are on HBO Max now. So next is Barbara Gordon. And I genuinely love the actress that plays Barbara Gordon. I love how she plays her. I think she's so cool and she's so awesome. And we're getting all this content about her. And I love that. But at the same time, she's not really a main character. And not to be rude, but like she's getting more screen time than every other character besides Nightwing. And that's kind of frustrating to watch. Um, Yeah, and half the time she's just mad and you don't really know why she's mad. So, okay, whatever. Hating Batman is also her personality as well. Um, but no, overall she's actually a really cool character, and I think the girl, like, she looks so much like she just looks like Barbara Gordon. She's awesome. And the whole thing about the relationship with her and Dick, I'm just like, all right, if he was already with her, why are they back together when we have something else to focus on? I just don't understand what the show's doing with him. They just really will put him in any relationship as long as there's a female. Whatever. I'm not going to comment too much more on that. I don't hate them together, obviously, but at the same time, I'm like, I want to see him and Starfire together. And I kind of want that to be in the past, but whatever. Um, so yeah, she's cool. Jason Todd, oh my gosh, he like has carried these first couple of episodes. But I feel like they're kind of undermining his character with this whole scarecrow kind of mix up. I want to say that how they're making it different with the scarecrow element. And even him like putting him in the Lazarus pit, I'm like, okay, is someone else going to show up? Because where did this come from? Who put this here? Why do you know about it? Of all people in Gotham, why do you know about it? And yeah, I mean, the guy that plays Scarecrow is like cool or whatever. I read some allegations about how he's obnoxious or something on set, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So who knows if he'll be back? Probably, maybe. He doesn't need to be back really because unless to do small things, he's been too much of this season. That's another thing. He has had so much screen time, and at first I was like, oh yeah, this guy's really great and he's really cool. And now I'm like, okay, why haven't they defeated him yet and gone on to the next like other three villains they have to get to in this season? Like Jonathan Crane really got y'all like that. Somebody call Batman because I can't take this anymore. So he's here and he's like super smart and he's drugging Jason Todd and he's also having Lady Vic help. There's just like so much going on. And that's fine for a lot to be going on, but it's just like the way that they're going about it, I'm just like, I don't, okay, whatever. To each their own. But not really, because I have to watch it. And Titans is a show that, like, I just have this deep loyalty to. And I will never stop watching it. So, but yeah, so Scarecrow is a huge part of this season. I really need him to just, like, get, back in Arkham Asylum quickly. Okay, how is he hacking into Oracle and then this is not spoiler free. I mean, yeah, not spoiler free. He's hacking into the Oracle thing and tricking you guys. Why do you guys want Nightwing to look stupid all the time? I don't like that. You guys just have him like running around doing stupid things, and like Barbara Gordon's just doing stupid things, and apparently Jonathan Crane is the smartest person in the show right now, basically, is what you're telling me. And I don't like that for the Titans. Like, they're down really bad right now. It shouldn't be like this. Anyways. So, he's here. I hope he leaves soon. I love the guy that plays him. I think he's cool. I think he did something like a little bit different or whatever he was trying to accomplish. He's like a pothead or whatever is supposed to be going on. And yeah, great. Next characters, I'm gonna put Hawk and Dove together because I just don't have time to talk about them separately. They're kind of awesome. I didn't realize how much I liked them until they left. Basically, well, Hawk died. They just love killing these Titans in this show, like seriously. But anyways, Hawk dies, and it's really traumatic, and it's probably one of the best episodes of the season. It might be the I don't know. We'll see. It's one of the best episodes of the season. And Dove ends up leaving. And I was like, all right, they literally just got here and now they're leaving. But okay. Well, Dove, not Ox, sorry. But no, it was really sad. And, you know, hopefully she comes back. I love their characters. I love what they did with them in the first part of the season. They kind of leave it on a cliffhanger. Just give them their own show if it's like, seriously, just give them their own show. Oh, wait, he's dead. Never mind. Sorry. Anyways, Duff can get her own show because it was her name, Minka Kelly. I think she's so awesome as Dove, and maybe you guys can like make a show and make it like a prequel, like their previous adventures, and just put the guy back in it. Who cares? Just throw him in the Lazarus pit. It's not. Apparently, that's a thing now. Just throwing any and everybody in there. So, yeah, they're cool. I think sometimes they would definitely, they dedicate episodes to them, and I'm like, okay, definitely getting more content and screen time than the actual Titans. More character development, but it's cool. This show just loves to do that, apparently. Hawk and Dove, cool. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's what I love about the show. I love the costumes, I was gonna say. I love Starfire's costume this season. I love the little magical girl transformation that Blackfire did. I love Connor's little just simple Superman shirt and what Gar wears. Told you I love the Nightwing costume. They're pretty good at doing costumes. Now, Lady Vic came up in there looking a little Party City, but it's okay for now. Oh my gosh, the Red Hood one is so good. The mask is so cool. I like it. I would love to see. Oh, they put in Barbara Gordon in it so much. I'm like, can y'all just suit her up already? Like, I would love to see her. That's another thing that kind of like bothers me with the show. Sorry, I'm going all over the place, but are they trying to do like an origin story for her? But like, technically, wasn't she already Batgirl by the time she became Oracle? Or am I crazy? I don't know. I'm just like, when she came on the show, she should have already been Batgirl. But they made her some weird knockoff Selena Kyle. All right. Yeah, I would love to see her suit as well. I can't wait till we see Raven again. Um, so yeah, I guess now on the things that I don't really like about the show, which I kind of already got into. Um, Nightwing and Starfire not really being a couple, even though they're supposed to be a couple. The regression basically of Nightwing's character, it doesn't make sense at all. He's supposed to be really smart and he's supposed to be like this detective character, but he's constantly doing stupid things and like really reckless things, and it doesn't make any sense. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that. I don't like how much time they spend on certain characters and plots in the show. Even like they put Tim Drake in for like 2 minutes, and now what we have to. So we're supposed to have Tim Drake wrap up all of this storyline, and then like Raven. Apparently, she comes in episode 9, which is a little bit insane. Okay, like that's just like crazy. At that rate, I feel like you should have at least 22 episodes. That would have made sense to do this whole arc of Jason doing this thing. Like, that would have been perfect. Then I would be like, okay, I can get on board with this, maybe. But yeah, the way they spend time on certain plots, and I get it, they probably think that this is what the audience will care about, or that's what the writers care about. But I don't know. They're doing all these crazy things with Scarecrow's character, Jonathan Crane, and I'm just like, they're like going above and beyond to show how brilliant he is, and I'm like, you should be doing that, but for the Titans, because anyways, so yeah, I don't like that. I don't like them putting Dick Grayson with everybody. I don't like the way that they're doing Coriander's backstory. Honestly, it's just like, So I think that's it for the most part about like my feelings on Titan so far. I think they'll like be able to wrap it up very well this season. I'm hoping they will be able to wrap it up very well this season. And I guess like overall it's weird because there's some issues that have been going on since like the first season. And you always feel like when you watch it, oh, like the next season they're gonna do better. Like they know what's going on now, right? They have more money or whatever. And it does come back and it is better in some ways. But then there's like some other ways where it's still lacking and you're like, why? Why do these things? And I don't think Titans is like I don't know if like the general public watches Titans. It seems like it would be more of like you really would have to like the Titans or comic book shows because the show did start off on the DC streaming service. So in order to watch it, you had to subscribe to DC Comics. And I literally had a subscription for like 2 years just so I could watch Titans. And I read a lot of comics in that time as well, but and it wasn't like too expensive. And then they started to do like a deal with HBO, and then they're like, oh hey, all of our like digital media content is going to go over to HBO and all of our comics are going to be on here. But really, like, all the comics aren't on there. So I was like, this blows. Because I was trying to find certain comics. And then I just stopped getting it and I got HBO Max once Titans went over to HBO Max. So I don't really know. It seems like it's pretty popular for them to bring it back, right? I don't know. But it just, I hope that they can do, just change it up a little bit with some of the way they do things, especially the things that seem like they're pretty easy to fix. Like, why say something like Tamaran is like the desert? Why? Like, just why? Anyways, yeah, that's basically all I have to say about DC Titans. And I've been going back and I've been rewatching Teen Titans on HBO Max. And yeah, I kind of like miss their villains too. You know, Red Hood is kind of one of their yeah, he's one of their villains. You know, Deathstroke was pretty awesome. He was really giving them a rough time, but I don't know. We'll just wait to see how this season ends before